I think it's a very good offer. I think it makes a lot of sense for China. They are going to be facing political pressures back in China with the rise of 600 million middle-class consumers in the next 7 years. They really need to have a country that can make products, daily commodities, pharmaceuticals, everything that people need in their daily lives, and an increasingly aging society in China. And I think that with the demographics of India also coming into play, a large young workforce at reasonable or inexpensive labour rates, just as when China's getting expensive. I think China's looking to India to provide it with a lot of cheap manufactured goods to keep the middle-class population of China happy. If the Chinese government does not do that, then I think they will face some very serious stresses within the social environment within China. So China's offer to provide the Indian government with 30% of that $1 trillion infrastructure bill is really designed to assist India upgrade its infrastructure and get its manufacturing and delivery systems in place to allow the country to service essentially the Chinese consumer market. That's good for China politically, and of course it's great news for India. So I see this as a win-win bilateral trade investment which is excellent news for both countries. Well, as we said, China is developing a middle-class consumer base. It's also rapidly aging. That fits in with quite a large sector of India's economic and production base, especially pharmaceuticals. So pharmaceuticals, drugs, India has a great history of making these and being able to market them. So I think that the pharmaceutical and healthcare industries, particularly for an aging Chinese population, that's going to be a real boost for the Indian pharmaceutical industry. On the other hand, high-tech products, India has a reputation, strong reputation in delivering these. So I think that as China has got more expensive to manufacture things such as the component parts for iPads, some of that may end up in India. Coupled with that, there will be the standard manufacturing of cheap, labour-intensive products will come to India. The Chinese have got to buy them somewhere, but as China's labour costs and production costs increase, they're going to look to be sourcing those from overseas rather than from domestically in China. So I think there are some specific areas, industrial areas, that India can really benefit from. Pharma being one of them, agriculture to some extent, but also high-tech and cheap quality of products, everything from textiles to plastics. So quite a wide range of areas there for Indian manufacturers to look at in supplying the Chinese market. Yes, I think that Xi Jinping's visit is coming at a really good time. A re-engagement of bilateral and political ties between the two countries. I see a new detente coming in. I think that we're less likely to see problems or arguments over border disputes. Other issues, I see a meeting of minds coming together in terms of the needs that China has, the needs that India has, and I think that this visit, upcoming visit by President Xi Jinping, will usher in a new era of political positive dialogue between the two countries.